So strange. Someone there doesn't. Is it? Am I live? Oh, it's live. Oh my God. Wait a second. I think it's live. Y'all, oh my gosh. I apologize. Why have I been trying to get my life together for the past 9 minutes? This is about to be a great interview because the tech didn't want me to be great. So, hello and welcome to the Reality TV. I'm your host, Jamie Alexander. Thank you for your patience. You know, your girl's trying to be on time. Anyway, we have a very special guest today, and I was so excited because, I'm all things Million Dollar Secret. And I love season two. I love the cast, and I think it's so important for us to get to know the people behind the characters that y'all saw on TV and get a little bit of a little spill on some of the things, all Million Dollar Secrets. So thank you for tuning in. Give me a message and let me know you're here, and let's get to it. I've got Kasey Coffey with me today. Let me bring her to the stage. Girl.
Hey, hi Kasey. I love that in the description, by the way.
Wasn't
I
it
finally
cute?
read it. So
Yes.
cute. Yeah, I'm obsessed.
I love it. Here, we wanted to do this. This was cute. We were kind of happy about this. Do we like this or the other way? Kind of
I like
like,
this.
yeah, me too. I love this. We have people in the chat. Love that you're doing this for season two. Wish your season got the same love, truly. Me too, Nate.
Me too. We appreciate the love. You guys are blazing the trail for us, and we are feeling all the love from you guys. So thank you.
We definitely walked so y'all could run, but that's
Amen.
also why I think the after show was important or conversations like these, because I do feel like we missed that. And me personally, I was in such a whirlwind of my own. After the show aired, I could not put together after show. We talked about it, season one cast, but there was just so much going on. And that was my first
It's
time
crazy.
being on. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now that I've gone through it, I'm like, I don't even know what I thought this was going to be, but it's overwhelming in so many different ways, like good and bad. Not too much of the bad, at least from my end, but yeah, it really is just such a wild experience to go through.
It's a wild experience, and I want to talk about that. So elaborate on that. What has been kind of like the wildest moment, or what's one of the main things that has transpired that you weren't expecting and caught you off guard?
Gosh, I think on like a personal level, like generally I'm kind of like a yes girl. I'm very open to receive. I'm excited about trying new things, but I feel like this was definitely a new experience, and the whole thing just kind of like cracked me open in a way that like I didn't anticipate feeling on like an emotional and kind of like a personal growth level. I tend to sort of be a little bit of a perfectionist too when it comes to just like I don't know, my work or like the type of content I'm putting out. For example, I used to like spend hours and hours editing and making sure that like everything was just kind of like perfect and to my liking. But I think this whole experience, because the edit is so out of your control, there's just like really nothing you can do about it, and you have to ride the wave. Like for better or for worse, it's just going to be what it is. And I think just accepting that fate has allowed me to just like be a little more fluid and flexible with what life has to throw my way.
Girl, you couldn't have said it better myself, because I often have to explain or contend with, a lot of people ask me about my edit, and I'm like, hey, I signed on the dotted line. I signed my life away to Netflix, and you kind of
Yep.
just have to get what you get. I definitely thought my edit would look a lot different. Silly me, I thought it would be like a fan favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought I'd be a fan favorite too, but I'm pretty like middle of the road, under the radar. But I mean, my experience of it all just doesn't match like what I do see in the edit, which like it's totally fine. I think generally I'm happy that I came out of it unscathed. And I'm happy that like people that do see me see that like I was smart and I was on the money. And like these are things that I'm just kind of like allowing to like lift me up versus getting like bogged down with like, oh, I wish that like people saw like me and Kevin's alliance, or I wish that they saw like this other thing that happened. But there's so much that happens when you're there. Obviously, like how it goes, but yeah.
Yeah, and I want people to understand that too. Like, this is TV, this is carved out for entertainment. This is
Mhm.
how we trust the producers to create a story. And, even when some of the fans take so many things so personal, it's like, you guys have got to understand they've got hundreds of hours of footage, and what they're doing is giving and serving and creating something that creates a story for you guys to watch and entertain. It's almost not about us. We're just
No,
the
it's literally not
characters.
about us. Also,
Yeah.
one thing too, I think being like eliminated halfway through, like obviously watching those episodes back that you're a part of, you're like, wait, I know that this happened or like this other thing happened, and like whatever, there's so much that they could have included, you think. And then once I started watching the episodes where I was not in them, it became an entirely different watching experience for me. And I was so entertained. I was like laughing my ass off. Sorry, can I cuss on this?
Yeah, you're fine.
I
It's
love
YouTube.
cussing.
Me too. Good. I'm terrible. We're free. It's free. No, so that's so good. So wait, let's start from the beginning. Like, how
Okay.
did you get on the show? A lot of people always want to know, like, how do you get on? What's the
Yeah.
process? So what was the process for you?
Yeah, I had a college friend actually slide into my DMs, and she and I didn't connect. Like we were friends in college, but we didn't like hang out all the time. And then once we graduated, we definitely just like kind of fell out of touch. She lives in LA, I live out here in New York. Um, and it had been like truly 11 years. Like we didn't have any message history after that. She slid into the DMs and was like, "Hey," the text honestly sounded like a scam. It was like, "Hey, I'm casting for a reality TV show. You can stay in a luxury mansion and you can walk away with $1 million. Let me know." And then she puts these two emojis, a green and yellow heart, like the two green and yellow heart emojis. And if it wasn't for those emojis, I'd be like, "You've been hacked. Like this is a scam. There's no way I'm going to respond to this." But the green and yellow heart emojis, the green and yellow are the colors of our college University of Oregon. Go Ducks. So she left those in there, and I was like, okay, I think this is her. Like that would be a really, really personal touch for like a scammer to throw in these specific emojis.
Yeah.
So I responded to her, and I was just like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Like, what the hell is this? And so we got on a phone call, and she's like, "Yeah, you came to mind. This is super random. You should apply for the show." And she told me about it, and I was like, all right, whatever, like I'll apply. I really thought like every step of the way of this interview process too, I did not think there was like a tiny bit that I would even remotely get cast for this. So I was just going along for the experience. Again, like I'm a yes girl. I'm very open to new things. I was ready to see where it was going to take me. And it like I don't want to say this now, but like I took the interview seriously, but like there was a couple interviews where I was like, I'm living my life. Like I'm in Greece right now. I can't take this interview. But they were like, this is the only time that you can do this one interview. And it was with like Amy and Gabby, like executive producers. And I was just like, all right, whatever. Like I'll take it from wherever I'm at. I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm in Greece. So like, we'll see. I happened to be at like a beach club and like on top of a dance floor. It's like very loud. My friend has a video of it. It exists, of me, wind blowing in my hair. Like I have my drink in my hand and I'm just like taking this call, not a care in the world, because I'm like, I'm out here living my life. And like, if I get on this show, that would be like the cherry on top of this experience. But like, I don't know, we're just going to see where it takes me. And so I think just like being myself, like throughout the whole process and just saying yes, answering the random DMs, obviously like be careful out there. I'm not trying to like tell everybody to answer all scammy sounding DMs about winning $1 million. But yeah, I don't know. That's how it happened.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I really feel like so many of us have like a little bit of a magical route to getting on the show, because you've got to think, right? There's thousands and thousands of
Thousands.
people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
so for
seeking this
us,
out. And like I didn't seek
yeah.
it out. So this was even cooler that it happened. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that story because it's so beautiful. Sometimes you just have to say yes, and
You
you
have to say
never
yes.
know where it's going to lead you. Because
Yeah.
in your rational mind, like you said, you were probably like, um, it's not like you were saying, "Oh, I've always wanted to be on TV. Ooh, I have to get on this show. If
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't happen, I'm gonna whatever." You're like, okay, like, hey, I guess I'll take this call while I'm like fist pumping and
No,
drinking, whatever.
literally.
Like,
I should
yeah,
send you the video after this call. It's actually like pretty funny.
that's
Yeah,
great.
I don't know. It's just like you gotta in these trying times, you just gotta like find the joys in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be open. Like you don't have to think so hard. Some of the stuff that's coming towards your path, it's really
Mhm.
because it's for you. This was for you. Out of thousands of people, 14 of you got chosen for season 2, and you're one of them.
I
Boom,
really thought
done.
it was
Like,
just going to be like for the plot. Like I thought this could be a fun fact at like my next job. Like, hi, I'm Kasey. I applied for a reality TV show, and that was good enough for me.
yeah. So for all you guys watching, do it for the plot. Like
Do it for the plot.
literally,
If you
you
take
never
one
know
thing
what
away
you're
from
gonna
this
get.
call, do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot. So, I being that I know the process, the interview process, and I've done a lot of being on TV and all of this stuff. So I'm kind of a little bit in the world and I understand they want characters, they like characters, some of the stuff people in TV and Netflix are looking for on a small enough level. But what do you think got you on the show? How do you feel like your life experience and who you've grown to be in this time made a perfect fit for you, like to prepare you to be on the show?
I am like laughing because I really have no idea, but I want to believe it's my shining personality. I don't know. I really want to believe though that like going into season 2, and this was what I was thinking, like everybody was going to go in with the strategy of lying or like deceiving or lying about something about their lives. Like I genuinely feel like going in as myself, being the exact person I am on the outside of the stag, inside of the stag would be like disarming enough for people to like maybe want to, I don't know, be in alliance with me or something like that. I don't know. I didn't want to do like what I thought everybody else was going to do, which was to just like come out of the gates and just like be stonewalled, like not be truthful about like who they are. And that
Mhm.
strategy for me was really to just like not find myself in a situation where like I had to remember, okay, I know I'm an older sister, but I'm going to say I'm the youngest sibling, and I have 3 siblings, and whatever. There was no way I was going to be able to remember all of that, just given how like much of a shock the whole experience is to begin with. Like they tell you to like emote also, like when you're kind of like by yourself, or when like we get out of the cars, for example, and we step into the stag for the first time and we check in and we get our keys. I don't know what's going through my brain. I think I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty and beautiful. And I step out of the car and I'm like, oh my God, there's cameras everywhere. This is actually happening. Like it didn't feel real until I stepped out of the car and I was like, oh, now I understand why. Like, I'm really glad that I chose to go in like as myself and not have to lie about anything from the jump, or else I would have been really freaking weird about it.
Yeah. I love that. That's so honest and so true. And, there's I felt the same thing. I was like, well, at the least I could be is entertaining. So I was like, I didn't know everything that I was doing, but I was like, oh, I know they want to show up in here. So
Mhm.
I was just like, I'm gonna be the biggest version of
Yeah,
myself.
why not? I was
But
always trying
that,
to like sneak a glass of wine or a
oh
martini from
my
the kitchen.
gosh.
Oh my God, Daisy and I tried to sneak a martini one time. We like went into the kitchen. I don't know how we did it. We were in the room. I don't know if you guys were getting mic'd in the same room that we were, the Jackie O room, and the
Yes, the
kitchen's kind of
Jackie
like
O.
yep, we were
Yep.
two rooms away from the kitchen. And so I don't know what happened, but me and Daisy were like, let's go get a martini. Let's go in the kitchen. Let's go talk to the staff. And we successfully obtained these martinis. But then 2 sips in, I don't know, one of the producers came over and they were like, what you got there? Where'd you get that? How'd you get that? You're going to give those to us. And we're like,
Yeah. Baby, the way they monitor those drinks, and I'm not all the way mad because I think I would have
no,
really
I'm
been
kind of
off the
glad.
rails.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely
And
would have too. But like
yeah, and I
a
live,
little bit
yeah.
in some dinner. I feel like in some dinners, I literally have my wine glass. Like I'm like, no, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Those get stressful, those dinners.
Refill, refill.
Yeah, please.
It's so stressful. So, did you find it being stressful for you being in the house? I mean, I know you're kind of like saying that, but like, what have you ever experienced like this level of stress?
No, definitely not. I have
Yeah.
never been in a, you know, situation like this where like you've got many eyes on you. You're meeting strangers for the first time and you have to either trust them or stab them in the back immediately. It's very bizarre. Like I don't even know how to describe the experience to people, but like yeah, you just really think you go in there with this like idea of what you think it's going to be, and then everybody else is doing the same thing. But then these agendas get thrown in there and the clues and Peter just being Peter. And we're all just like, oh my God, our heads are just like spinning 360 every single minute of every day.
Can we talk about Peter? Because as much as I
Yeah.
love him, it's like we would be peacefully eating breakfast and then we see
Hmm.
him come up and I'm like,
Yeah.
so much for enjoying my meal. Like, here goes
No.
this
Yep.
guy about to throw a monkey wrench and everything.
Literally, appetite goes out the window. I remember during the gala, actually, when we were filming that first episode, we all, I think, again, new experience. We're all talking to each other. We're gabbing. I think this was my memory of it anyway. I'm pretty sure we were talking, standing for a really long time, like for a full minute, maybe two. Peter was just like standing there. None of us noticed. And we were just like having a good time, blah, blah, blah. And we see him. And that's the only time we were ever excited to see him because like
Yeah,
the
you
games
were
were
all
beginning.
safe.
Ever
Yeah.
since then, yeah, we were all safe. But ever since then, after that, no, every time we saw his face, it was just stressful. But no, he actually was like really funny. He'd crack jokes with us and hang out on set for those like few minutes before and after he gives his little spiel. He's so much taller in person, much taller. I was surprised. I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah, he's huge. I love it. And it's so funny too, because I feel like the way he's so stoic and the way that he shows up on camera, you almost never know that he's a complete goof. And I love that for
Goof.
him.
Big goof.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that they really like revved up the goof factor in his writing this season. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sprinkled in. It's like if you catch it, you're like, this guy is like legit silly. Like
No, so
you
silly.
can't even take him seriously. It's scary, but it's not that scary. Trust me.
Mhm.
So, what do you think your strengths were in the stag? Because I know, and I noticed that you're hearing a lot of that you were very intimidating or like a dominant player. What do you think your strengths were, and how does that compare to what people are saying about you?
Yeah, I am like surprised, honestly. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised to hear that I was a dominant player, and I'm happy if I go out as a smart dominant player. Like, I'll take it. But I really thought I could just like, I don't know, try and be everybody's bestie, you know, and like warm up to them pretty quickly. Try and just like be somebody that people could like trust or lean on, or like be a sounding board at least. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's really interesting to hear that like I'm the dominant, strong player that like everybody thought I was, which is, I don't know, like it's nice, but I didn't think I was really at the front of the pack as far as like all of the players went. I think that everybody else, clearly watching it back, everybody else had so many other strengths. There were tons of other conversations that were happening that I was not involved in. So yeah, I don't know. The what's the word I'm looking for? The juxtaposition of like how I felt my experience was between what everybody else thought about me is just, it's funny. It's kind of funny to me.
It is funny because that's kind of crazy. That's how it's such a social game. That's almost how
Mhm.
social games work. Like you walk into any room and you know who you are, what your
Mhm.
personality is, and what kind of whatever, but you don't know how you're perceived. So
Mhm.
to find out on such a grand scale on how you're perceived, it's a little jarring. You're like,
It's
what?
different, but like I'll take dominant, whatever. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think it's your energy and your disposition. Because I remember one thing that I saw before you got eliminated, and it made me think. I was like, I wonder who she really trusts in this house. Because I remember in season one, the moment Sam got the money, we were having brunch, and I remember her being to my left, and I remember Lydia being down at the end of the table. That day, Lydia will tell you herself, she decided to turn it up. She was like, no more games, no more niceness. Who got the money? And I was just like, oh my God, girl.
Yep.
And then the clue had come out about lying about your profession, the one that I shared. But there was
Hmm.
something about Sam's disposition where I could just hear in her, could hear it in her throat. So I sat there through all bunch. I'm like,
Yeah.
I could hear just like when for your season when Nick turned red, that boy was bright red.
He was bright red. He was cool as a cucumber the entirety of that experience up until that point. And like, I don't know. I think if there's like one thing that I could do differently about like my experience in there too is like just going harder at him at that dinner. I think like
Mm.
everything's, you know, cut down. There's only 45 minutes to an hour of the show or whatever. Like I'm pretty sure I put on a little bit of a fight during that dinner. It doesn't really show that, but like even outside of the dinner, like having conversations, just like when you have the time to talk to each other, I was
Hmm.
so on to Nick, but like I just wish maybe at that dinner I had gone like a little bit harder because like looking back now, when he threw out that little tidbit about what was it, cat high-fiving, and like that's how he was able to kind of like pin it back on her. I thought to myself, like, as I'm watching the show back, I'm like, you know what? That's such an easy, like, smart of him to like think of that on his toes. But like, you automatically have half of the table there that just like can't even like say yes or no to that because we all weren't there. Because if it was during the challenge, you know, because we weren't on the same team as Nick and Kat, those of us who were on the other team white for that wine challenge or whatever. You know, so it's just like, oh, I should have gone harder, or I should have just shut my mouth, honestly. Knowing that there was a double barrel kill shot at play, I should have just shut my mouth.
And so that's kind of the thing, right? That's kind of like, I was wondering, you know, for you, because I remember that in the show, and I'm like, you know what? Even though I'm seeing and hearing these things, who can I actually tell? And then to be strategic enough about who you tell to not only know if they'll align with you, but if they'll take that seed you planted and who they feel comfortable opening their mouth to.
Yeah.
So that becomes something once or twice removed from me. So it's a very social, it's so like
psychological warfare, this game, honestly. And that's to go back to your other question, how has this game changed you? Now I'm like, okay, what if I say this thing and like, who is this person going to tell? Who are they going to tell? How is it going to get back to me? And like, I really need to think about the things that I say. And like, you think about things in circles now, and it's not like that extreme anymore, but like, I am very mindful now about like how I speak, who I speak to, why I say things, why I feel things, you know.
I love that so much. It is. It's almost like a paranoia. But so for me, it was the same, like you say, paranoia, but I feel like the veil has been lifted because this is how life works. When you are in the workplace, when you are, you know, getting clients, when you are meeting new men, friends, whatever it is this total thing of, not to say that everybody has a strategy, but some people do. And then you think on a higher level. So I'm going to get all like, I love getting geeked out on this stuff, but I think of a higher level when we watch TV, when we listen to the news, however things are advertised and put to us. Now I'm always thinking about what's the reason behind it? What is the strategy behind it? What is this person saying this for? Because you're trying to get me to think and move in a way and almost like complete an agenda on your behalf.
That is so real. And that, like, you explaining it in that way, I'm just like, oh, so that's my job. I have actually been conditioned to feel this way and think this way and work this way for my entire career. So
how so? Like, elaborate.
I was gonna say, like I remember thinking about how I was gonna like sell myself in an interview or whatever. Like, as I'm going through the interview process, and I was like, oh well, I'm an art director in the advertising industry, and I kind of know how to like craft a story. That was like the elevator pitch. So to your point, you know, my career is all about crafting a story, building an idea and a thing that you want to like sell to people, which is, you know, advertising can be a little bit soul sucking.
No, but see, for that reason, right? You kind of don't get to like show up in the house and be yourself. You have to have a strategy. You have to sell yourself to people. You have to sell, I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. I know what I'm looking at, but I don't. Though I know, you know, you're constantly so the drain, the anxiety, the pressure of being in the stag, and then you come out and you're like, oh wow, this is just like real life. Like I can't. I can't. So what would you have done different in the house? Like, what is the one thing that kind of like keeps you up at night that's just like, if I just would did that one thing, said that one thing.
Gone harder at Nick. That would be the thing. Gone harder at Nick. Maybe I wouldn't have been so like I don't know. Even Kat told me after, she was like, I felt like you could read me like a book. Like you were just like really asking pointed questions versus trying to be like a little sneaky about it. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm that way in real life too, where I'm like, if I want to know something, like I'm just going to ask, or I'm going to like figure out a way to get the answer. And I don't do it in a way that's like, I'm trying to like be a strong player, or I'm trying to like figure things out and have power and pull in this game. I just like genuinely want to know. I wanted to be involved in every conversation. But clearly, maybe that was the reason I was not involved in every conversation, is because I came off too strong, like really quickly, you know?
Yeah, I think so, because you could just tell that you're sharp. So it's like, yeah, I think Kat said that in another live that we had. It was just kind of like, nobody wants to do anything around you. You're like clocking it, like.
I know. Then part of when I hear that, I'm like, but you guys, like, I do want to be friends with you.
Yeah, but I'm nice. Cool. Yeah.
No, it was so bizarre, that whole experience.
It's so bizarre. Somebody's asking in the chat, Kasey, did you remember that clue before Alti was outed as the millionaire? Or did Nick shock you with all that?
Everyone
How
was
did
like,
that
what you see,
unfold?
yeah, what you see in the episode like played out. Like Nick, I remember sitting next to him, I think. It came out of nowhere because at that point, it's still early in the experience. I hadn't spoken to Nick a lot. Like to me, like he wasn't giving like my energy, I guess, like asking questions, being involved in conversations, whatever. But maybe I didn't see that. So for him to speak up and drop that little nugget, I was like, and everybody was shocked. It came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so it felt to you guys how it felt to us because it definitely appeared to be dropped out of the sky. And it was kind of like,
Yeah.
because, me watching it, even for the plot, I didn't hear everyone whispering about Alti.
Nobody was talking about LT.
So it almost kind
Alti
of
was
felt like,
not on my radar at all because I also didn't really get a chance to speak to him at that point either. So you don't really have that much time to talk to each other. So
yeah,
you pick the few people that you talk to. I don't think I talked to half the cast at that point. So
yeah,
it's just
because it
really,
was a
you
full
bring
house.
everything. It's a full house. Everybody's just got to like bring everything that they know to the table. And like, that's how you hash it out. Sometimes it's like, you can't, that's truly impossible. And like once it starts to dwindle down, I imagine that like it was easier for the cast to have those conversations. But while I was in there, it was really hard to get like one-on-one time or even just like smaller clusters of people together.
Yeah, that's kind of another thing I see that some fans don't understand. They're like, well, why are you telling the truth and trying to be friends and all of this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you don't understand when there's 14 people, and like you said, you're not going to be able to get to every single person. You kind of gravitate towards who you gravitate towards, and then you just
Mm-hmm.
got to see how it goes and unfolds. But in the beginning of this game, it's a team sport
It
because
is.
you're
And you
all
also
looking for
don't want to
one
be,
person.
you're looking for one person and it's kind of groupthink at that point. Like you just want to
Yes,
be in the camp of people that are not getting voted off, or like you don't want to be a
that's
suspect
it.
remotely, period. The end. You just want to survive.
You keep your ear to the street, and you don't want to be that person who's like, "Ugh." I mean, I love Natalie to death, but I was like, oh my gosh, girl, just a little bit, girl,
Just a little bit.
girl,
Yeah.
just a little bit, because that whole team captain power move play that just doesn't bode well. You kind of got to fall
Mm-hmm.
in, be the homie, kiki a little bit, keep your ear to the
Yeah.
street, and just keep your name out of the mess as long as possible. And it is an integrity game because I like what you
Mm-hmm.
said too about coming in, being yourself, which was my strategy as well. Because again, they chose 14 people to be on your cast. You think somebody's not smart enough to know when you're lying, babes? You can
We're all,
smell it, you could feel it, you could taste it,
mhm.
it makes you itch like,
Yes. You squirm a little bit.
yeah, like what was that? Ugh. So it's as many people are like, why didn't you lie about this? Why didn't you lie about that? It's kind of like, well, had I had lied, I get that a lot about the two sisters thing. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
what if I said I had three sisters? Then I wasn't the millionaire. So it's like,
Hmm.
then the clue is like the millionaire has three sisters. Now I got to
Now you got to,
backtrack and
yeah,
try to clean
exactly.
up
You
my
never
stuff.
know.
You
Yeah,
just never know. So it's insane. So have you
I
been
know.
recognized out yet? Have people been fangirling and fanning
No,
over you? No,
no.
not
Okay,
really.
so this has been so simultaneously, like while the show has been coming out, I have just been having like a lot going on in my personal life. So like I've been a little bit on like house arrest / like I've been on job. I've been on a really long shoot for this agency that I've been freelancing at, and then my dog recently had a hip surgery, so
Oh,
we're
okay.
going through like a little bit of a recovery. He's fine. He's totally fine. It is just like, you know, physically taxing to my husband and I have to schlep this like 115-pound dog outside whenever he wants to go do his business.
Right.
But like, yeah, work's just been keeping me like super, super busy. Butter's been keeping me busy. So I think that like those things happening at the same time have helped to keep me a little bit like grounded throughout all of this. But I haven't really gotten out, to be
Okay.
honest. The one thing I did go to though, which like this was kind of cool. It was like a pop-up event in Soho, and I show up, I go by myself, and I just like meet these random people, and they kind of take me into their little circle. And so we're hanging out all night. I think like a couple hours go by, and someone was talking about like Canada, and they were like, "Oh, have you ever been to Canada?" And I was like, "I have. I was there recently, actually." And they're like, "Oh, where?" And I was just like, "This is so random," but I was like on a project that I was involved. It was a Netflix show. I didn't really like outright say that I was like a cast member. It's like I was on a project for like a Netflix reality show, and they were like, "Oh, what show?" And he was like, or I go $1 Million Secret, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I love that show." And then he like his eyes like he like looked at my face, and I was like, "Okay, yeah." So I was like in the cast, and that was cool. And he was like, "Oh my God, I was just watching this last night. That's so crazy." And so like that's the only time that I've been like recognized, but it took a little like conversation to get there. But like, I don't know. I'm not like moving about my life thinking like, oh, now people are gonna like see me and know me, you know, like I live in New York, like I'm busy, I have a job, I've got places to be. So, you know, if you see me, great, like I'll say hi. But
Yeah.
I didn't do it for the celebrity. I literally did it for the plot.
Yeah, I love that. And you know, New York, I used to live in New York. I lived there for 3 years. So I'm gonna have to
Oh,
come
love it
out
here.
and
You
visit.
got
I love New
to, you got
York.
to. Daisy's
I
gonna come out
will.
soon, and we're gonna have martinis. Cat's on her way soon.
Yeah, maybe this summer. So I need a little New York
Come
summer
here.
moment.
Yep.
But they don't care. New York, they're like,
No, who
oh,
cares?
they're not thinking about it. It's
They're
not
not
like
even looking at you.
Hollywood. No,
Yeah.
nobody's even paid attention. So I could
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I kind of had a similar thing. I was in the grocery store the other day, and thank God I looked halfway decent because I'll go work out and go get groceries and just be looking like I'm
I
looking.
mean, same.
Yeah, so I was looking halfway decent, and he was like, "You remind me of this girl. Yeah, she's on this show that I watch on Netflix." And he proceeds to like take a whole minute
Yep.
and a half to explain $1 Million Secret. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, because it's me." He was stunned, girl. He couldn't even speak.
He probably is like, why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you shut me up?
Yeah, no, it's just so funny. But what's so fun about these interactions is sometimes people are so starstruck. He's like, there was only one other celebrity that's been in here, did it? And I'm thinking to myself, like, celebrity, me? Like in my
Honestly,
workout clothes, getting my rotisserie chicken, like
minding my business.
minding my business. So it's just cool because people love it, you know?
Yeah, it's really fun. Even like I look at my castmates sometimes, I'm like, I know you.
I
I
know.
know you. You guys are my friends.
I love that. It's so fun. So your then fiance when you were filming, but now husband, like how did he think about this whole thing for you?
Yeah, he was less than enthused at the beginning. I think he was a
Okay.
little skeptical, but
Oh, okay.
he's like a healthy skeptic. I think at first he was just like
It's
he
like my
mainly was
dad.
worried he mainly was worried about like my well-being of it all
Yeah.
because he knows that I love reality TV, and the like one of the first things he said to me too was like, I just like don't want you to get like ripped apart on the internet. Like it would break my heart. I don't want you to have to like go through the negativity and blah blah. And I was just like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I really don't think that I will care because I too, believe it or not, I'm an internet sleuth. I go on the Reddit sometimes. I haven't since the show comes out, but like, or the show
Reddit is brutal.
it's brutal, but like I will be like, let me go on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives or Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, whatever, and like read about it because I'm morbidly curious and I want to see what the discourse is all about sometimes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I really just like, I didn't care. I liked the first season enough where I was just like, I feel like if I was going to do any reality show, like this probably would be the one. It's not huge. Like comparatively, it's a drop in the bucket, I would say, in terms of like popularity amongst like the whole landscape of reality television.
Mhm.
So it felt safe. Like it felt like a good way to like dip my toes in a little bit. But yeah, after I was going through the interview process and I would talk to, like, I told him everything about every single interview. He started to warm up to the idea of me doing it. And then once it started getting more serious, he was just like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, I can't believe that like you're brave enough to do this and you're really putting yourself out there. And like, this is so cool. And then I went and they took my phone away and we didn't talk for 2 weeks. And then while I was gone, I have to like give him his flowers right now because while I was gone, this whole experience happened right before our wedding. So he basically like took all of the wedding planning to the finish line while I was gone. And then like 6 days after I got back from the stag, we got married. Like it was our wedding. It was the wildest summer like of my life, truly.
I am in awe of that. Not going on a reality show and 6 days later getting married.
Yeah. And so honestly,
Girl.
like going through the wedding process and like we had a pretty casual wedding, but like seeing what he planned, like
That's
just like
amazing.
no, I was just like, oh my God, Like, you did all of this. This is so
What is
cool.
your man's name so we can give him his flowers?
His name's Bjorn.
Bjorn, we love a good stepper upper. We love a good have your backer, a
Mhm.
good
He
get
is all
it
of those things.
doneer.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep.
I'm so touched by that and I'm so excited for you. You have a very competent
So
and loving husband.
thank you. Thank you so much. I know.
How did you guys meet?
We met in college at the University of
Okay.
Oregon. Yeah. But technically
Okay.
our first like meetup was here in New York because we were both going through the advertising school, and there's a program that they put on where they send like 100 students out to New York, and we go visit agencies, and it's kind of a way for students to like build a network and get some contacts for any like internships or jobs after you graduate. So that's where we first met. It was like at a bar like here in Williamsburg where we live right now, and we love it here. This is like our home.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time I was dating someone else, so like the stars did not align, fade to black. 2 years later, we are both graduated, now living in New York, and this same trip is happening where like all those students are going to this like big networking event that's put on for them. But alum are invited as well to like help these students build their network and get jobs and whatnot. I had just moved out, and like I didn't have a job, I didn't have a plan. I had just moved to New York with like a suitcase and a dream, literally. And I was just like, let me go to this event and see if I can just like try to find a job. And so I run into Bjorn again at that event, and he's looking for a young graphic designer, which is what I was trying to get a graphic design job. He wanted the, referral bonus. I needed a job. He set me up with an interview and ended up like not working out, which was fine. But then a couple weeks later, I like hit him up, and he responded when we went on our first date like a week later, and we've been together ever since.
Oh my God, I love that. What made you hit him up? You
Oh
just
God.
were you curious or you
I
did
wanted
like
the
what
story
was
to end there. It literally was a you up text. I won't lie.
I'm not mad. Listen, like I was just
I did
curious
shoot my
because
shot.
yeah,
And
girl,
spoiler alert,
yes.
he was asleep. He was asleep. So
It's okay. Well, he's up now. Now he's all the way up. Okay. It is up and it's stuck. Okay. So you said
yes.
that you do like the art directing. So your latest project, when you got out of when we saw $1 Million Secret, we saw you all
Mhm.
wrapped up in this project. Was it Maybelline? Did I get that right?
It
I
was
doubled it.
Maybelline. Yes.
How
So
did that go? Yeah.
yeah. I am freelancing right now. I work on a lot of beauty brands. I've worked at
Oh,
agencies. I've worked for like in-house, projects as well for specific beauty brands. Right now I'm freelancing at an agency, and the account is Maybelline. And this was a project where we are just basically like, we're content factory vibes right now. So we are just like, we had like, what was it, 5 week-long shoots, like near week-long shoots, where we're basically just like busting out videos and stills, like 10-second videos for all these products and all the stills for the products. It's for e-com, it's for social. But it's like whole lineups of like lip products, foundation, like complexion is like a whole beast.
for
Eyeshadows, lip
sure.
liners, brow, like you name it. It's like literally every single product. So it was a beast of a project, and I lived like on set basically. But it's really fun. Like I really enjoy set days. Like you sort of trauma bond with like the whole crew, and like you kiki with the makeup artists, and you talk to the photographers and the directors and all of that. And you're just like stuck inside all day. But it's the life. It's really fun. It's really
Yeah.
cool. I
It
can't
looks
lie.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better than sitting at a desk all day. But
And it's kind of dope because it was just like a small peek into like behind the curtain. Because those of us who are not in the business, we just scroll, we just look, we whatever, but nobody thinks about what happens behind the scenes and who has to put that together, what it looks like, how long it takes, what are the details.
mm,
So I'm a little
yeah.
fascinated. I think it's cool.
It's fun. No, like the fun part, like seeing it from beginning to end, like we'll get like kicked off. I'll put together like the mood boards, and we present it to the client. We refine it a little bit. We go back and forth. And then once we like have the final like storyboards for like each type of video we're going to do, like it's a lot of work that goes into it. I have a
Wow.
couple
Yeah.
other like freelance art directors as well that help support on this project, because it's definitely not a job for one person. But yeah, you put together mood boards for the stills, storyboards for the videos, and you present it, and then you just put it into action on set.
Let it fly. And then you get to watch the fruits of your labor as everyone else just enjoys
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
so
still
dope.
like the post-production process is like a whole other beast too. I've been spending like an entire month doing just post. So there's a lot that goes into all the things you see on social, guys. So feel free to like it, maybe share it with some people. Like let's get that engagement up.
I mean, a little repost never hurt nobody. We got a comment in the chat from Jeff that says, let's have a chat about why nobody called out Caleb for complimenting Hunter McConaughey as he followed around Dirty Harry like a puppy. Poor Lauren T.
Oh my God, there is a lot to unpack with this one. Where do we even start?
Oh my gosh.
Was it Caleb that called him McConaughey? I guess
No, it was
Nick hopped
Nick.
on.
Did Nick say that?
Well, but I feel
Oh,
like Nick,
Nick
because he had
piggybacked off that.
he
Yeah.
piggybacked off of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's also weird. I truly don't know. You know what I think it was actually? Because in that moment, I was the talk of the town because I brought up rom-coms.
I know. Oh my gosh, the PTSD.
No, that was so annoying. But yeah, which like now watching it back and seeing like, oh, I kind of gave Nick like a leg up in his agenda.
Girl, that was me. I was always giving the millionaires like, here you go.
Here,
Oh, you have an
take
agenda?
that.
Let me just talk my way into making that happen for you.
Yeah, why'd I talk so much? I did talk a lot. You don't really see it in the edit, but I did talk a lot. And I was also like, why am I here?
Yeah, like also like, why am I here though? Who was your favorite person in the house?
Oh my gosh, a couple of different people, but for different reasons. One, Natalie, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Natalie,
I think Natalie's great.
Love her down. She and I bonded because we had to share a bathroom and we were in rooms next to each other. Obviously, like we're not allowed to talk to each other. There's only so much like bonding that you can do. But I like, I don't know. I remember like thinking that she was like so chaotically fascinating that it was just like funny to me, just like watching her get ready. And like I've lived in a house of sorority girls and like I've seen it all, I feel. Like we'd be getting ready. She like emotes when she gets ready. So she'd be like doing her mascara and like something will get her in her eye. And she's like, oh my God, there's something in my eye. And she'll lean over and try to get out of her. And she's like, oh, okay, got it. Looks down. Oh my God, there's foundation all over my dress. Am I gonna tell? Oh my God, my hair. And she was just like all over the place. And I was just like, you are so funny. And I told her this. I think I told her this a couple weeks ago. I was just like, I've literally never met anybody like you. And you are making me laugh. Like, I don't know what's going on, why I'm here, where I am, and like who any of these people are, but like this is giving me some like levity right now that I think is quite hilarious.
She's like her own show to watch. I love that. That's so funny.
You can't talk to anybody, so I'm just like, this is my entertainment. No, she made me laugh. And then another person who like I literally couldn't even look at his face without laughing was Hunter. Like truly, he is exactly what you see on the show. He's probably like 10 times funnier in real life. Like anything.
Hunter is one of my favorite. When I just watching him, he's so bright and charismatic and like he's just so much. Like he was definitely one of my favorite out the gate. I was like, I freaking like this guy. Like,
no, he was absolutely hilarious, and he was just goofing constantly. Like we're not allowed. Can I talk about this? I don't know. I said this before. Like we're not allowed to talk to each other, but he would just continue to talk and just say things. And Kasey would be like, "Hunter, shut up. Hunter, be quiet. Hunter, please, you gotta stop."
Ice.
Hunter, literally ice. And then they would like take him. Oh, I just dropped something. Sorry about that. They would like grab him by the shoulders and like turn him around and put him in the corner and be like, "Do not turn around. You are standing here silently. No more."
He was on a timeout. I love that because he's very childlike. So put baby in a corner.
Put baby in a corner. No, he was hilarious. It was so funny.
I gotta have him on. So did that change outside of the house? Like, do you have a different person that's your favorite outside of the house than inside of the house, or it's pretty much the same?
I mean, now I just feel like everyone's my favorite in different ways. Like everybody brings a different piece out of me. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Like Hunter definitely makes me laugh all the time. Caleb like just makes me feel like a wholesome joy. Like I don't know, he's just like such a sweetheart. Natalie like still makes me laugh. Like she and I like got pretty close outside of the stag too, because I think getting eliminated quite early on, we were able to kind of like bond sooner and just start to hang out and develop a relationship after that. But no, I just feel like everybody everybody's great in their own ways. Like, don't make me pick a favorite. I truly
Yeah,
love
no.
everybody.
Hey, and that is answering the question. You definitely don't have to pick a favorite. I love that because you guys do. You have a very cool cast, and I feel like what's different about your cast and our cast, not even that it's different, because I think I love our whole cast too. I think everybody is so dope. I used to call us like we're like a group of superheroes. Like you gotta respect it. Everybody
You
was
guys are
just
the
so
superheroes, and
powerful.
we're the house of dummies.
Oh yeah, clearly. Lauren G said it best.
I
But it's
know.
like,
Shout out.
yeah, I feel like what's dope about your cast is we got to see more of your personalities. Whereas I feel like on our season, it was very like, this is the show, these are the things, they highlighted who they wanted to highlight, how to make the storyline push, but you just didn't get much. Because, like, for
Yeah.
example, like, first of all, I know the whole like Lauren and I situation, but when I tell you, me and that girl had a ball. We were laughing, clowning. Me and Sam were always laughing it up. There was just so many dynamics. Phil was like the house
Mhm.
teddy bear. I remember walking into the Jackie O one day and seeing like three or four girls around Phil, just like listening. Like, there was just these such warm, juicy, and cool moments.
Mhm.
Lydia had quite the wardrobe, so did Sam, but Lydia would like lend out her pieces, like
Oh, that's
scarves
so
and hats,
fun.
and you know what I mean? So there's just so many more dynamics to the individual that I wish people got to see, but I feel like we see it with your cast a little more.
It's interesting that you say that because I feel like, again, like when you watch it back and you know the experience that you had, like I feel like there were so many moments where like I think there could have been even more personalities or at least like showing more
Yeah.
alliance building. I think that was one thing that was missing for me was like not seeing who trusts who, and it kind of just
Mhm.
like moved pretty quickly. Because that to me was like interesting to watch back about season one was just seeing like who trusted who's gonna go like
Mm.
tell this piece of information to the next person. Are they going to twist it? Are they going to lie? Like those are the types of things that like I think I was looking for in season two, and I don't think we really got that. It was probably happening. It just like didn't, that's not what we see.
Yeah, it was
But
definitely
I'm glad our
happening.
personalities come through. I definitely think that like in the later half of the season, you see obviously they last a lot longer, so you get a lot more of their background and personalities.
That's
But yeah.
it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, because as you dwindle it down, there's less people to focus on. So certain people are getting just more airtime in general. I
Mhm.
also love how they asked, and then I'm going to ask you, we started to learn about what people were going to do with the money. And I wanted them to
Mhm.
ask more of us in season one that because it's just
Mm,
fascinating. Like I would love to see the show evolve just a teeny tiny bit more on the personal side. So
yeah.
had you won the money, what what
Mhm.
what was you gonna do with that money, girl?
Yeah, well, I am an oldest sibling, so I definitely
Same,
feel
high
like I
five.
have high five. I feel like I have oldest child syndrome, where I don't know, I just want like my whole family to comfortably retire, live
Mhm.
well into their later years. My parents are divorced. I kind of feel the like elder child responsibility to want to make sure my parents are like healthy and comfortable. All four of them, they're both remarried as well.
Okay.
Um, so I'd like to be able to let them retire, not have them work anymore. They're getting older. I want them to be able to have fun in their like later years of their life. They've sacrificed a lot for me, and I just want to be able to like give back to them. I have two younger brothers. One of them, he's 2 years younger than me. I grew up with this brother. He's great, and then he's great. That's weird. But then I was thinking about how I was gonna like introduce my younger brother, but he's oh my gosh, how old is he? He's 9 now, so he's much younger than
Oh,
me.
he's a
And baby
baby.
brother, yeah, and he is autistic, and I just want him to be able to have like the best education that he can. I think in this political climate, autism is not taken very seriously. I'll say that. But yeah, I want my entire family to feel like comfortable, be taken care of. And had I won the $1 million, I would have made sure like, debts are paid off or they can retire, set money aside for all of them and make sure that everybody's taken care of.
I love that. The eldest daughter syndrome. I mean, I know that very well, but it's interesting because, before I got on season one, I had like this whole fallout with my family, something that I had never experienced before. And I think I was in a space of like finally speaking up for myself instead of being the eldest daughter. Like the eldest daughter got tired.
Mhm.
And so when I got in there, I was like, I'm winning this money for me. I need compensation. I need back pay. I'm gonna go, like, I'm definitely gonna tip my parents, but I'm out. These
Yeah.
girls, my two sisters, y'all are on your own. Like,
Peace.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm sure you can understand that because we're never thinking of ourselves first. We're always thinking about how to take care of the babies. What does mom need? I'm the eldest. I have to go get, I have to. So by the time I got to that point, I was like, me, myself, and I. Gunning for that money. Like, your girl needs a boost.
Mhm. A vacation at the very least.
At the very least, with all my homegirls.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Oh, this is funny. Somebody's typing in the chat. Kasey, have you had to rethink your workout routine since that dreadful rhino run on the scavenger hunt? Which, can I
Yes.
vouch for her?
Yes.
Baby, that was a
Oh, that's my
marathon.
dad. That's my
Oh, it's
dad.
your dad.
Hi, dad.
She was running for her life because for somebody who's been on the property, I think they were taking golf carts to that area.
No,
You ran,
I did not know that the tennis
baby.
court was like essentially off property. I thought the tennis court was like down the stairs, past the pool, maybe in the like lawn area. No, the tennis court was also, let me paint the picture for you. Our bedroom or
Let me grab my charger.
the room we were in was on a downstairs level, and we had to go down the hall, up the stairs, around the banister, out the front door, and then you go like down a little bit, and then you have to go like up a hill. Oh my god, I literally when I was running, like halfway through, when you hear me go like, oh my god, are you kidding me, I probably said that like 20 times. I was just like, I feel like I've been running for days, like where is this tennis court? And I finally make it there and I see the ball, and you see me grab the ball and drop it and then kind of like bend over.
Yeah.
At that moment, I'm literally having like an asthma attack. Like I don't run. I do technically have like cardio induced asthma or whatever. I don't
Oh
know what the
my
doctor technically
God.
called it. Yeah. So why I agreed to do that, I don't know. I work out. I'm in shape. I don't know. But like a full sprint from just like sitting there trying to like decipher clues and not warming up maybe was like a, not great, but yeah, since then, you know what? I have gone on a few runs, Dad. I've done a few Barry's boot camp classes. So we're working on it. We're working on my lung capacity and my ability to take great strides.
Girl, I was cracking up. Me, Chris, and Sydney, we were texting. We're like, they got her running to the tennis court. And then and it's like, you have to make it back because your team is relying on you. So take your little breath and get to
No,
running. It's so
literally.
much pressure.
It's so much pressure. I also rolled my ankle because I'm trying to like
Oh
trot
my
and not like
God.
pass out. And I roll my ankle and I'm like, oh, great. Like, I'm never going to make it. Meanwhile, like, you just see, like, I mean, you're not alone out there. There's people watching you. And I'm just like, can I have like 5 seconds, please? Like,
Girl, I would have been breathing so heavy. I would have been embarrassed. Like, y'all got me breathing heavy in this microphone.
God, oh, literally. Oh my God. When you do hear me breathing, I'm like, did they have to put the I'm literally out of breath.
So embarrassed. That was so good. Like, girl, you ran for your life. Like, kudos to you on
I felt
that.
that for days after. My lungs were like screaming.
Oh my God. That's insane.
Okay.
But it's okay. You're here. Look, you're still here.
Yeah.
And didn't you guys win?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, we're just going to move past that subject.
Yep. Yeah. That's
Didn't
okay.
even win
We
the
had a
challenge.
great time.
That's all that matters. Like, kudos to y'all. So just a couple of fun, like little random questions. And it's funny because I wanted to continue to talk to you guys, but sometimes, I have my own thing and I'm like, well, I don't want it to be like all $1 million secret. I'm kind of curious about the people and this and that. I'm like, but I don't know what to say because I don't know them that well yet. So what do I do? So girl, why did I like fall asleep and I had my own dreams and then I started getting ideas of questions and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ask these random questions. So who would be your celebrity like bestie? If you could have a celebrity bestie, who would it be?
I think right now, I think it would be between maybe Charlie XCX and Zara Larsson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I'm big pop girly, love pop music.
I want to ask.
I don't know. they just like seem like really cool, very like silly gals. Like I feel like
Mhm.
they would just be the type of girl, just like have a good time, whether you're like a feral club rat like Charlie XCX, or if you're like Swedish pop princess laying in a meadow, you know, singing about Midnight Sun or whatever. Also, I think what I really love about them too, now that I'm thinking about it, is like what attracts me to them as like a persona or like a brand too, is that like they're very like for the girls. I feel like they're not
Totally.
for the male
Totally.
gaze whatsoever, and like that's really fun to me. Like my whole personality this last summer and the summer before, I was like brat summer forever. Brat summer's never gonna end. This summer, I'm now like it's midnight summer. I'm a Zara Larson like stan. That's gonna be my whole personality. I'm getting some like glittery, shiny, like sparkly skirts and some tops this summer to wear to whatever parties I'm going to. But yeah, I don't know. Those would be my top two right now that come to mind.
I love that. That's fun. I mean, I just think it's a cute question because it gives so much of your personality. And so, wait, are you into astrology at all? Like, what is your sign?
I am like mildly, like I believe in it. I'm a Cancer. I'm a
Ah,
Pisces moon, so I'm very watery, and then Capricorn
yes.
rising.
Oh, a Capricorn rising. It's, you know what's so funny is I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Miko and Natalie both have Capricorn in their top
Yep.
three. I
Hmm.
have Capricorn in my top three. Sydney, Kyle, Chris. There's so many people from our this is a Capricorn slash Aquarius heavy cast on
Hmm.
both sides. If you don't
I
have
wonder
Capricorn, you have
why.
Aquarius. Uh,
I wonder why, Jamie. There must
I
be a pattern
mean, there
here.
must be a pattern. It's giving smart, it's giving grounded, it's
Yes,
giving we're
yes.
not so easy to
Giving
get
focus.
around.
Yeah.
Yes, like get the job done. Like
Yes.
we're here for the
We're
money.
ambitious. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I love that. What sign is your husband?
He's a Sagittarius.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Cancer Sag. That's cute.
In theory, according to the internet, I don't know. Cancers and Sages aren't supposed to work, but when they do work, it's great. So
But I could
can't
see
confirm
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I can see that working because Sag seemed to be very like, I feel like Cancer men, okay, sorry, y'all, don't get me.
No. Yeah.
Cancer men are like the babies you don't want. Like, you are a grown man. But I
Yeah.
think Sagittarius are grown men, but they're the babies, and you're the
Yeah.
Cancer. So it's like nurture. It's like they have like an endearing, like cheeky, boyish thing, Sagittarius. But
Oh
like they
yeah.
need you to take care of them, but they're gonna go take care of things.
Oh,
So it's
100%.
like, yeah, I can see how you being a Cancer is just so nurturing, and your
Yeah.
Pisces, your water. That's really cute. I like
Yeah.
it.
You know, have you ever seen those TikToks or like Instagram reels where you see like the this is what it's like living with a boyfriend, and the boyfriend or the husband will like come in the room and he'll just go choo 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 pew, 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 and like throw things at you and then shut the door and leave. This happens on a daily basis. I'm
That is
just
so
like
funny.
sitting here like on my laptop and I'm like, I'm on a call. And he's like, okay. And then like walks away.
It's like a little brother. I see that too with like if you have brothers, that's how they act. Like it's very
Yeah.
little brother.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see. Hi guys. My little thing that. So
Yeah.
yeah, girl, I mean, that was really it. I wanted to spend time with you. We're coming up
I
with our on
love
our hour. It's date night over there
it's safe
in
over here. Yes, we
the
are
coffee
gonna go
hood.
in the coffee hut. Yeah, we're every Friday night is date night. That was also the theme of our wedding. We do date night in some way, like every Friday night if we can, even if it's just like chilling at home getting delivery. But we like carve out some dedicated time to just like, you know, come together. Cancer said, "Oh my God, hi Caleb! Yay, I love
All love
that.
to the Cancer men, by the way, Caleb, because obviously you were very well liked. Good
You
in
are not a
person, but yeah, as a Gemini, just in dating, I feel like some of the Cancer men I've dated, which is a completely different dynamic. I'm like, baby, you about to turn me into Tupac. Like, I'm trying to be a fairy, and you're gonna make me start thugging. I can't do it. Like,
I know I've heard some stories from some of my single friends about Cancer men, and I'm like,
but not Caleb
okay.
though.
But not Caleb. Caleb is the exception to the rule.
Period. So I cut that off. But I love your theory, your guys' commitment to date night. I mean, being a newly married couple, and I'm sure you guys were doing it before, but how did that theme fit
Mhm.
into your wedding, you were saying?
We didn't want to have like a crazy big wedding. It was really small. We had like 50 people, and it was at our favorite restaurant in Brooklyn. And we basically just wanted the wedding to feel like a spectacular, like extravagant version of just like our everyday date night. So this restaurant we go to literally all the time. It's like a 10-minute walk away from us. And like, it was great. It was the perfect size. The food we knew was going to be amazing. Food was very important to us for
Yeah.
going to serve at the wedding. They nailed it. Obviously, the restaurant's called Chez Ma Tante. Shout out.
Ooh.
But yeah, we like date night started when we moved in together for the first time. Like, this was like 8 years ago now. We moved to a totally different neighborhood, and this was our way to just try new restaurants and bars in the neighborhood. So we were just like, okay, Friday night, week's over. Don't talk about work. Let's just go out to this new place and let's explore this new neighborhood and make it our home. And I don't know, that tradition just kind of like kept carrying through every single Friday of every week of our lives.
I love that. That's so good and it's important. I'm not married, but somebody posted something on Threads and they were like, "Well, what would you rather be, like a wife or a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Both." Like, I want to be my hubby's
Really?
girlfriend. Like, we need to keep the date nights. We need to keep that going because, and I love you started that when you moved in because you
Mhm.
don't want to just go with the humdrum of, "Oh, I see this person every day," and you're just schlepping through the days with work, taking care of the
Yeah.
dog, the mundane. Like, no, I'm getting cute. We're gonna try this food. Like,
Hmm.
open my door and like, la da da
Yeah.
da. Let's
Yeah.
do the thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that after this. We're
So
excited.
cute. I love it. What's your favorite cocktail? Because I know you're a cocktail girl. I've
Ooh.
seen your page, and I'm like, I'm gonna
Mm.
go drink with her.
Yeah. No, you got to. I mean, it's martini season now. We sometimes we'll go to like martini hour at Dante. There's a place in New York called Dante's, and they do martini hours. They have like 6 different martinis on the menu, and we are degenerates. I won't lie. We will order like 3
A
each. Like
flight.
during, yeah, we'll get one of each. So we like to share. Like anytime we go out to eat, anytime we go out to drink, like we will get 2 things that we both know we want to try. So
Hmm.
when we go to martini hour, we want all 6 martinis. So we just basically we
Yeah.
order 3 each for the like couple hours that we're there,
Yeah.
and we drink them all. But yeah, martinis. I think martinis are my favorite, or Aperol spritzes. I don't know. I'm basic. I love these like
Oh.
simple girly drinks. They make me so happy.
Yeah, so when I lived in New York, I was definitely introduced to like the artisanal cocktail mixologist world.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you've heard it or heard of it. It's closed now, unfortunately, but I'm so glad I was there for a good run. Have you heard of 67 Orange Street in Harlem?
Mm-mm.
Oh God, girl, it was such a good hole in the wall
Love
speakeasy, prohibition style, everything down, like from the
that.
bow ties and suspenders to fresh cocktail menus every season, whatever.
I
So
love
I
that.
got spoiled. So I used to
Mhm.
work for them, like the marketing, the social media. I worked closely with the owner, but after that, I'm like the
So
biggest
fun.
cocktail snob. So
Yeah.
I want my cocktail good, but my
Oh
go-to is
yeah.
kind of like in the martini family, which is like an aviation. Like, give me a good indigo gin.
Ooh, love that. Wait, have
Yeah,
you also had a what is it called? A tuxedo number 5, I think is what it's called.
no, tell me all
I
about it. Was
think
that?
that's what it was. There was one time we were out at date night and we were sitting at the bar. We also love to sit at the bar because we love to yap with the bartenders and
Yes,
just like see what's going on, what he's doing. Like, oh, I've never had that drink before. And sometimes they're like, hey, you want to try that? And we're like,
I
yes.
do.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we love treats. Who doesn't love a treat? But we're at the bar at Pastis and we were yapping with the bartender and he was making this drink and we were just like, we've never seen a drink like that. What is that? And he said it was a tuxedo. I think it's tuxedo number 5, tuxedo number something. There's a tuxedo in the name. But like you don't see it on cocktail menus. Like we hadn't seen it before. And that's what the bartender was saying too. He was just like, yeah, people don't really like put it on the menu, but if you know what it is, like most bartenders or good mixologists, like will know exactly what it is and can make it for you. So ever since then, we would order tuxedo number 5s.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if they're
Yeah,
hip to the game over here. I'm in Houston, but I believe in them.
I believe in them too. I feel like Houston's got to have a good like cocktail bar scene down there.
Oh, they do. They've been opening a lot of speakeasies. My birthday's coming up, and I'm gonna
Um,
try a nice little handful of them.
Wait,
Get
you
to
said
the
you're a
city
Gemini. When's your birthday?
June 9th.
June 9th. Okay, I'm a Gemini cuspy. I'm June 22nd.
Oh, I love that. Yep,
Hey.
I love it. Good June, baby. June. Let's see. I have 2 Cancer girl. My Cancer girlies are so. I'm so impressed by them. You guys work very hard. They're some of the most compassionate, kind, soft. but about it, people that I know, like, and we've been friends, but one I've been friends with since 2008. So we're going on 20 years. And the other one I've been friends with since I was 14.
We're devoted. We're loyal.
Yes, devoted, loyal, fierce about it, but so loving, soft, kind. Like sometimes I feel like the need to protect because, I'm a Gemini, we could be a little wild. Like we are the soft. They talk about our two sides, but I will also, like, I got sisters. I will fight you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
See,
don't
that's
play
like a
with my
whole world
fam.
I can't relate with. I have brothers, so
Oh, see, so
different.
you're good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
different world.
covered. Yeah, no, me, I gotta, do what I gotta do. But always feel protective over my Cancer girlfriends because I'm like, no, these are the best people I've ever met. What you're not gonna do is like give them a hard time. So
Yeah.
I'm here now. Now I'm here. I love it though, girl. I love that we got a
I know.
chance to
I'm
do
so
this
glad
and
we were able
catch
to do
up.
this.
Yeah, we
Thank
had
you
some
for having
technical
me.
difficulties in the beginning, but
It was a journey. You know what? I believed in you. You're a pro. You've
yeah.
done this a million times. We got
I
there.
know.
This was
Yeah,
great.
that's how I knew it would be a good combo. But I no, but like seriously, I think I'm supposed to be coming to New York this summer. So if I do, I'm gonna hit you up.
Please
We're
do.
having martinis.
Mm,
Bring Bjorn. Bring
yes.
butter. Like
Yes.
we're
We're gonna do it up. We'll do everything. I'll take
we'll
you to my
do the
favorite spots.
thing. Oh, I would love that so much. All
All right.
right,
Well, thank you so
beautiful.
much. We'll chat soon,
Yes,
I'm sure.
we absolutely will. I got your number.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
All right, guys, and thank you so much for everyone in the chat. Please continue to support, like, comment, subscribe, follow Kasey on Insta. If you haven't watched $1 Million Secret Season 2, which would be crazy
That
right
would be
now,
crazy if you guys
it'd
are
be
watching this and
so
you haven't seen it.
crazy. Please do. Please, keep showing love. We're hoping for a season 3. And yeah, we're gonna keep the party rocking. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for
Thank
Kasey
you.
being with us, and we'll see you guys on the next live.
Bye.
Yeah.